Hey, my friends, we got to keep this 52-week movie train rolling. This week 30 is a movie with a killer soundtrack. Had lots to pick from, but you know what? I went to something I've seen many times, but it was still wrapped on 4K, and that is Purple Rain, starring his purple badness, Prince. Look at this crispy slip, y'all, looking so good. And man, this thing cranks. It's one of my favorite concert/musical films, however you define these, of all time. The soundtrack is one of my favorites as well. And Purple Rain is one of my top 5 songs of all time. The thing is just cranking. If you've ever seen Prince, by the way, go check out Prince at the Super Bowl. Hands down, one of the greatest performances ever. When he sings Purple Rain in the rain, it's a showstopper. But anyway, so this film, I just want to touch on a little bit that people tend to say Prince isn't a very good actor in this film. And I beg to differ. I'll have you, rewatch it and give it fresh eyes. Because yes, a lot of the people in this film are sort of like first-time actors or very young actors, including Prince, Apollonia, and Morris Day. And a lot of their line deliveries are pretty cheesy. They sound very line delivery sometimes, Morris Day especially. But when the intensity kicks in, like with Prince and his mom and dad and that sort of troubled family life, man, I mean, that I think Prince is like tapping into some real life stuff because he gets intense there, he gets emotional, tears come flowing, so he brings it when he needs to. And look, this film of course stars Prince. It also stars Apollonia and Morris Day and The Time are in this, as well as the battling band, the band that's got like all the cred, and they're trying to push out the Revolution, which is Prince's band. In fact, he's never even called Prince in this movie. He's just called The Kid. He's known as The Kid. And the band is Revolution, which stars all the actual members of the band. I just gotta say, one of my favorite characters in this entire film is Jerome, the sidekick of Morris Day. Holds up the mirror while they, checks his hair, and I mean, he's just like a real scene stealer. I just love Jerome. Pretty much everybody else in this movie are playing themselves. But it lends itself to this whole musical world that's located in Minneapolis, which is where, this sound comes from. And this bar is the place where a lot of bands are up and coming, and when they hit, and they, hopefully go on to do bigger, better things. But anyway, after watching this again, I didn't really realize it, but the last half hour is pretty much just a concert film. When the hour and because it's an hour and 51 minutes. And when it gets to about an hour and a half, the movie's kind of over, and then he starts singing Purple Rain, and then the rest of it's just music right up to the end credits, and it cranks, y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Purple Rain, and my Letterboxd review is 4 stars for his royal purple badness.